on, man.
Man,
come on, man. He always try to outdo some. No, come on, man.
He learned that in the 4505, man. He learned that in the 05.
You must have been skipping on the south side. You picked that one up, man. Because you ain't got that from the north end, man.
God. According to the code book from 48505, you are only required to give honor the first time. After the first time, it becomes yours. So you don't have to tell nobody where you got it from.
Okay.
All right.
That's what you tell them. But
I guess what's once understood need not be explained. Huh?
Hey, rest in heaven, B. Mill. His birthday was just the 17th. You know, it's rather funny that you bring this up, though, because during COVID, what this really has done is that it has forced families to have to be together, right? If you're living in the same domicile, if you under the same roof, and you don't have the opportunities to run around like you did before, to go where you wanted to go, to do what you wanted to do, everybody is forced into this space, right? And at the end of the day, the goal is to keep everybody in your domicile safe so that the decisions that you make actually impact everybody else. So if you decide to go around some other people, if you decide not to shelter in place, if you decide not to listen, you will bring hurt and harm to the people. You could potentially bring hurt and harm to the people you say you love the most. So one of the things that I want to be reminded of, because we talked a lot about things that happen outside of our home, but I want to bring us back in the house. Willie, if we were able to leave off your porch and go inside of your house for a minute, what would end up happening is that we would see the love that was in that house, the love that your parents had for you and your brother and your other family members, the love that was already there, right? And I don't want to lose sight of that fact, because a lot of times what happens is the people who you want to listen to the least are the ones who love you the most. It'll be the ones who will come and get you no matter what happens. They're going to ride or they're going to die for you. They're going to do this, but what happens is you don't want to listen to them because you've listened to them all their life. This happens to us when we have parents who try to tell us right from wrong, and we want to pick selective moments that we want to listen to us. It happens when siblings try to tell another sibling that this ain't the way we were brought up, this ain't the things that we do, and the other sibling don't pay it no mind, and it costs them, and there are consequences to actions, and all these things happen. So what this foresight has done for me is I may never get the opportunity to have my kids and my wife in my home at one time ever again. And so while we here, I want to just soak up the moment. I may not say nothing. I may just watch them. I may listen to them interact. I don't know. But I'm just grateful for this moment in the midst of something that I know that has taken lives of friends and family members. This moment in which we're in is still precious and dear. And I hope that we're holding on to it. And I hope that we recognize that this may not come again. And so when you have it, cherish it. And I hope that those who are in my house now will know that I love them, and that when they leave, they'll always recognize that I never stopped, no matter what they did.
So Patrick, I do want to just say this, that one of the things that we have to do as we learn from this experience, and again, the proverb, right? Tell me who you love and I'll tell you who you are, right? So this should remind us that we should schedule those times so that we can have more of these moments. Again, we can't rely on a pandemic to determine how much time we spend with those that we say we care about. So it is important that we are intentional and deliberate about spending time, and then making sure that not only are we spending time, but we have some idea of what will come from spending those moments together. And so one of the takeaways from this pandemic and also from this proverb is to make sure that we are being intentional, that we are being deliberate, and that we are making things a priority, as well as people, making those people a priority.
That's good, my brother. That's a good way of laying it down. What you think, Willie?
Yeah, I didn't think about all the nuances that we've been talking about today. To me, it was simple. and this was something that I actually talked to my own son about. Like, he was telling me about all this, about what he wanted to do in life and all this and stuff, but yet at the same time, he wasn't bringing in any money. So I broke it down to him like this. The things in life that you love, like, want to do are the things you're going to make sure that happen. The other stuff you need to make sure that happen because you still have to live in this time. And you need to have good work ethics and stuff like that. But yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. What you thinking? What you thinking, Brother Todd?
No, I'm just thinking, how do we pay this forward, right? Is the foresight part for me. You know, I just think, like we all been talking about, we gotta lead by example. You know, we always somebody always watching us. Let me just say it that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, we say we gonna love as we've been describing, and it's not just a convenient love. You know, it's the love that's gonna try us. And so, you know, with our young people in our house during this time, you know, they trying us. You know what I'm saying? And so, are we still gonna love them, or are we gonna be conditional and be like, no, I ain't gonna love them. I'm gonna be mad at them. I'm not gonna speak to them. And then in turn, we teach them, you know, during these crises or crises in your life, that's how you love. Love only conveniently. So I think, like you said, Patrick, this crisis we wrestling with right now is helping us to recognize, you know, love transitions all. You know what I'm saying? It can't be put in a box.
I'm with you there, brother. And I think you said love trumps all, no pun intended. Hey, y'all, you're listening to The Front Porch. We'll be right back for our last segment.
What time is it?
Bedtime. My wife never gets home in time to see little man go to sleep. Her bus stop is a mile away. I wish I could at least walk home with her. I'm completing the 2020 census for my family. My response can impact how public funding is spent in my community. That could mean education for little man and a closer bus stop for her. Hey.
Hey. Shape your future. Start here. Complete the census at 2020census.gov.
And we're back, y'all. You're listening to The Front Porch, brought to you by North Flint Neighborhood Action Council, Community Foundation of Greater Flint, and Census 2020. Complete your census. Your community needs it. Hey, we wanted to go ahead. We talked about hindsight, insight. We talked about paying it forward, and now we're talking about what's right. What's right now as we get ready to land this plane, because I'm seeing that street light flicker, and I think I just saw Miss Smith walking by the door. I want to make sure we can head off of this porch in a safe manner. So Sylvester, go ahead, man. Give me something as we get ready to go.
Yeah. So let me just say this. What's right is that we acknowledge Willie, our brother, our wonderful brother who brought such a profound proverb forward, right?
No doubt.
Tell me who you love, and I'll tell you who you are. I mean, that is something that will keep us thinking past this segment. So thank you, Willie, for bringing this proverb forward. And certainly what's right is to acknowledge each of you brothers for your contribution to this discussion, because one, it's been wonderful. Two, it has been a lot of fun just kind of reflecting, but also just hearing your thoughts about this. But the other thing is that has been enlightening for all of us. And it takes me back to this idea that being intentional, being deliberate, and making sure that we are the models that not only that our wives need, not only that our children's need, but our communities need, and even what the 48505 needs, right? So what's right is that we are intentional about spending time in the 48505 even now, right? So if there's an opportunity to have a community service project, that we do that. If there's an opportunity to do something for our parents or a neighbor that's still in the neighborhood, that we do that. If there's an opportunity to show up and to show out, that we do that, because in doing that, we showing that we love them and we love what that the 48505 has done for us. That's what's right, because we love those people and we love the community that poured so much into us.
So yeah, I'm gonna jump in. I think the first word in that proverb that Willie shared with us is tell, right? So what's right is that you tell someone you love them, right? In our neighborhood, we would say what? Show me some love, right?
No
And it
doubt.
don't necessarily mean you got to tell them you love them. But if you want to embrace, this adage or this philosophy of everybody has a love language, then you know how you can communicate to them in a way that they know you love them, right? Like my 16-year-old son, I can't tell him I love him, right? That's just awkward for him. But I can give him a fist bump, right? And that communicates that I love him, right? Even when he wrong, that's really when it communicates that I love him, right? So he do something, I got to correct him, right? Give him some guidance. I'm going to give him a fist bump. That's going to go a lot further than me saying, I love you, son. Like, he not trying to hear that, because that's not his love language. So once again, what's right is you tell somebody you love them and you show them love.
No doubt. And since Willie brought it to us, I'm going to let him land the plane. But before I do, I literally just want to say thank you as well. Because at the end of the day, when you really begin to think about it, I'm just reminded of sitting on the corner of Pulaski and Aubrey, sitting on Jerry Hart's car in the middle